starting lineup for your Guntersville Wildcats, a junior, number 3, Trayvon Avery. A senior, number 10, Oakley Howell. A senior, number 12, David Peterson. A senior, number 14, Jackson Porch. And a junior, number 24, J. Scott. Guntersville is coached by Brett Self and assisted by Gordon Shelton, Megan Roberts, Drew Pikes, and Nancy Mosley.
This is Arabian Nights basketball on WREB, Arab, Alabama. It's Arab at Guntersville tonight. Boys varsity action tonight. At the line will be Landon Strickland for the Knights. Trayvon Avery to jump for the Wildcats. Knights will control it. It will be Owen Thomas who will bring it down the floor, the senior for the Knights. Gets it to Zach Coleman, the sophomore. Bounce pass to Dylan Benefield. Benefield wanted to feed into Owen Thomas underneath. A little too much on it. Owen not quite ready there. I don't know if he could have got to that one anyway. It floats out of bounds, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball.
Yeah,
the referee's trying to do something about all the munchkins in a very dangerous zone down there.
Yes.
Trayvon Avery will bounce pass it in there to C.J. Scott, who crosses midcourt. Scott goes left side to Date Peterson. Date was had a good game against the Knights earlier this season. Right side over to Jackson Porch. Back to Peterson. To Oakley Howell. Out front to Porch. Porch free throw line jumper. Off the front of the rim, no good. And it's going to be the Wildcats. They save it. That was Avery, I believe, went up there and saved that basketball. And now we got a foul call here on the Knights.
Yeah, it's going to go against Zach Coleman, I do believe.
Went to the floor on that one. So that's going to be Scott to inbound, or they get it back to Scott. Nate Peterson to Scott. Here's Scott over the right side here. Nice little feed over there to Oakley Howell, who drives inside the lane, lays it in for two. Guntersville has the first points of the game. Zach Coleman inbounds it to Owen Thomas, who will bring it down the floor for the Knights.
Right there's a matchup I like to see all night. Owen Thomas and Jackson Porch.
Zach Coleman's got Avery all over. Wanted to go to Carson Jennings. Stepping in for the steal is Oakley Howell. Howell, long pass down the floor to Scott. Ball's going to be taken away by Thomas. Here come the Knights. Thomas in the lane, goes over to Zach Coleman. He comes back inside the lane. He'll go left side to Thomas. Thomas looks at the shot, doesn't take it. Here's Landon Strickland inside the lane. Off the glass, shot is no good. Gets his own rebound, can't put it back, but he's fouled on the second try.
Good movement early on by the Knights, getting open looks early on.
So looks like Zach Coleman's about to come out, and Jack Bishop is about to come in. Here's Landon Strickland's first shot, and it's good. So the Knights are officially on the board now. And Jack Bishop does come in. Quick substitution after Zach had an early foul. Well, the officials want to talk about something else. What do we got going on now? Whoop. Got something on us.
Must have a cut or
something. I don't know.
Or no, a nosebleed.
He does. He sure does.
It's a nosebleed.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so they're going to have to clean up the court. Plus stop the nosebleed.
And now we've got the training crews about to come out here and clean up a little bit.
We had this at Brewer at the very first game last season. It seemed like we had a magnifying glass looking for droplets of blood out there that time.
I still haven't really actually seen anything, but their point, it's there.
It's on the ball.
Well, he's pointing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Got a drop. Back in the day, way back, that was
that was no big. Oh
yeah.
That was a.
But now we're in the pathogen era and all of
battle, mark of courage or something. I don't know. Let's see here. So Landon is, he's already got something on his nose, and we found another spot. Don't step in it, Landon.
He was going to just rub it up with his foot. No.
Oh, Milo. He may have to come right back out after this to see if they can get a handle on that. Happening this early in the game.
Which I've been afflicted by this at times too. Sometimes it just happens. Not have to be any injury or anything. Sometimes just a dry atmosphere and it just happens. We are cleaned and sanitized, and we are ready to go.
Landon will be shooting one more shot. And looks like they're going to keep him in there. They're going to let him stay in.
He looks like he was in a hockey fight, though.
Yeah, that's a unusual device there on his nose. I don't know if it's like a mini clothespin or something.
It does.
Oh, Milo. 6'4" junior is going to hit the second one. Game is tied at 2. 6:25 to go in the first quarter of play. Wildcats with the basketball now. Scott brought it down the floor. They get it over to Porch. Porch back to Scott. And out to Avery. Here's Avery. Kevin Benefield camping out underneath. He's not going to move from that spot. You can tell he was told to stay right there. Owen Thomas will inbound it. Man-to-man full court pressure here. They get it into Carson Jennings. To Jack Bishop. Jack Bishop will come down the floor and cross midcourt over to Owen Thomas. Here's Owen, the senior, the ball handler, and the shooter. In the lane goes left side to Landon Strickland. Boy, they put so much arch on that ball. Jack Bishop. I'm having all kinds of trouble with Jack tonight. Had a hard time getting the ball.
Yeah, Trayvon Avery and him got tied up, and I don't know that there was that much between them, but the referees didn't want anything to escalate anyway.
Yeah, so. I really didn't see that much, but undoubtedly there must be some words being spoken or something, and the officials are really trying to get control of that, and now they've got the fans going nuts.
Yeah, the Arab side is upset that it was called a jump ball, and the Guntersville side is cheering. So we've got both sides going at the same time.
And Trayvon Avery inbounds it to C.J. Scott. Will cross midcourt. 5:45 to go, quarter one, and we got a tie ball game. And this time there's going to be a foul call, I think, on Jack Bishop underneath, who went up with C.J. Scott, the 6'4" junior.
Yeah, the Arab folks behind us are not very happy about it, but I think that was the right call. He got into the body with his body, and that was a pretty clear call.
Shot is no good. Well, you may misunderstand, Cody. I know you're young. But you always boo when the call doesn't go your way. It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. That's just what you do.
I'm being an objective journalist as best as I can.
Second shot is good. Wildcats have a 3-2 lead. 5:40 to go in quarter one. Bishop is coming down the floor. He'll cross midcourt. Goes back out to Dylan Benefield. Dylan moving to the left side of the lane, moving around, needs to pass. Finally gets it out to Landon Strickland. Way out front here. Here's Landon. He wants to pass. Wow, Owen Thomas barely getting that ball before he had to go across the court line. And here's a nice little drive. Can't get it. Ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to say Knights basketball.
Yeah, well, I think the Knights got a break right there. I thought it came off of Dylan, but they said that it came off of Dake Peterson underneath for the Wildcats. So Knights ball.
Bishop to Dylan Benefield. At the baseline with Avery on him. Bounce pass goes back out front to Owen Thomas. Thomas drives. Oh, did you see? Nice move. Couldn't get his bucket, but a nice move underneath. And again, the ball is slapped out of bounds. And again, they're going to say Arab basketball.
There's two times where Owen had made a run to the basket and ended up out of bounds, and then the ball ends up coming to him. But good on him for not reaching out and touching it while he's standing out.
Well, tough to cash in on the opportunities. The Guntersville defense is really a large part of that. And the pass gets away that time. C.J. Scott takes advantage, takes it down the floor, lays it in, and will come to the line as well.
That was almost like it was a pass meant for the Wildcats that time. But good job of C.J. Scott of getting the basket and contorting his body to get the contact and going to the free throw line for the and one.
C.J. Scott, a junior. Knight's a little bit of a wholesale substitution. Trupuccio is in the game now, along with Lawson King and Wyatt Lamar. So the Knights bringing some new faces in the crowd. C.J. Scott at the line with a chance to give the Wildcats a 4-point lead. Shot is no good, and Lawson King trying to get the rebound. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say on Arab. They're going to say on Lamar. And
where I thought that the Knights got a favorable call down here, I think the Wildcats just got it right back on the other end.
Here is C.J. Scott to inbound it. Goes way out front to Peterson.
I think they're going to call that one away from the ball.
And, foul call went on Dylan Benefield. No. Well, I thought he put up 4. Maybe he put up 3. Was that on Avery?
Yeah, it must have been Avery. The referees have been keeping an eye on Avery. He's been a little bit emotional here early on in this game.
Foul pass taken away that time. Trupuccio tried to bounce one into Wyatt Lamar. And Dave Peterson runs over there and forces the Knights to put it on reset. Trupuccio gets it to Carson Jennings. Carson baseline. Kicks it back out to Drew. Trupuccio. Nice pass in there to Lawson King. He has to go out to Wyatt Lamar. Wyatt Lamar comes to the lane. He has to get it out to Owen Thomas. Oakley Howell tapped it away momentarily. Pass over to Drew Puccio again. Here's Drew. Mr. Everything at Arab High School. Football, basketball, baseball, he can do it all.
A lot of contact.
Yeah, Wyatt Lamar went up hard, couldn't get the bucket to fall, and here comes the Wildcats. Nate Peterson out to Trayvon Avery. Avery underneath. Shot is no good. He'll draw the foul.
Yeah, quick first step that time by Avery on that left side of the lane. Just really hard to handle for the defense.
Cameron Logan is set to come in. He is a 6'5" senior. So the Wildcats with plenty of good size here on this lineup. Avery at 6'4", Peterson 6'4", Howell 6'3", Logan again coming in. He'll be 6'5", Scott is 6'4".
And just like we talked about during the girls' game earlier, this is the first true road game that this Knights team has faced, going back for a month plus on the calendar. Really only the second time all season, or third time, I should say.
Second shot is good, and here come the Knights. It's Guntersville 7, Arab 2, with 4:10 to go in quarter one. Owen Thomas crosses midcourt. Right side to Zach Hallman. Back to Owen Thomas. Thomas bounce pass to Lawson King, over to Puccio, and back out front to Thomas. Thomas to Hallman. Hallman back to Thomas. To Wyatt Lamar. To Lawson King. Lawson wants to pass and can't get it to Drew Puccio. And it's going to be Knights basketball there. I don't know.
A lot of contact.
Anybody did anybody touch the ball?
I guess if they didn't, it should be Guntersville ball, but it must have touched somebody.
Well, it may have been C.J. Scott got a hand on it.
Yeah, when he came over Drew.
So here's Owen Thomas. Back to Bishop. I'll tell you what, the Wildcats really crash in on you defensively. They make it tough to get a look like Lawson King just did. Nice feed into Lawson King, and he had a pretty nice little lane there to lay it in for two. Wow, nice. Speaking of drives, C.J. Scott was just going down there regardless of what was in front of him. Almost got the shot. There's going to be a foul call on Lawson King, and Scott will come to the line and shoot two.
That was that quick first step again coming down the lane, and I don't think our defense was really ready for it. And if we'd been in position, we could have got a charge that time, but it wasn't the case.
3:20 to go in the ball game. Guntersville 8, Arab 4. And Scott will have another tryout. Coming in now is going to be a young man who's not on my roster. I failed to go down and check the rosters prior to that. I always do. And have his name on here. Second shot is no good, and Landon Strickland's going to sky up there for the rebound. Here's Zach Coleman with a basketball over to Strickland, to Thomas. Thomas, left wing. Owen Thomas can hit the three, and he decides to take one now. He's going to miss this one off the back of the rim, and Big 13's going to come down with it. Over to Scott. Scott, right side. Shot comes from Howell. It's good, and it's for three. Oakley Howell with a big three for the Wildcats, who are up 11-4 over the Knights. 2:50 to go in quarter one. Jack Bishop, right wing. Out front to Lawson King. Wanted to go to Zach Coleman. Stepping in for the steal. C.J. Scott all the way down the floor. Shot off the glass is good. And he'll come to the line and get a try at another bucket. Foul call, I think, will go on Lawson King. Let's see. It is. And so that's two quick fouls on King. And now Dylan Benefield will come in and King will come out. Carson Jennings will come in and Zach Coleman will come out. And again, C.J. Scott at the line. C.J. Scott showing a lot of aggressive play here in this first quarter. E.J. Havis is number 13. Appreciate Cody for finding that somehow, some way.
6'4" senior.
Yeah, how did he miss being on the roster? We got a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. Guntersville 14, Arab 4. We'll be back on the Fun Media Radio Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change, right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer.
There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunter Avenue in Guntersville.
For the Guntersville Wildcats with 2:39 to go in quarter one, it's Guntersville 14, Arab 4. Knights with the basketball. Zach Coleman to Owen Thomas. Back to Zach. Here comes Zach Coleman, the sophomore, crossing midcourt. Coleman back to Carson Jennings for three from the wing, and it's good. Knights will likely have to do some more of that to get back in this ball game. 2:24 to go, quarter one. Scott hands it off to Howell. Howell drives the lane, and nice move, and he gets it in for two. Zach Coleman inbounds it to Thomas, back to Zach, and now Guntersville kicks back. Here's Hallman. Hallman in the lane. Decides to go up for himself, and he gets one over Scott for two. So the Knights able to answer now. They're kind of staying with the Wildcats, at least for this moment. Scott, right side to Havis. Havis, shot is off the rim, no good. And coming up with it is going to be Landon Strickland got a hand on it, got it over to Dylan Benefield, and now we've got another foul call on Avery, looks like. Or Cameron Logan, I should say this time. Cameron Logan will be charged with his first foul. So Zach Coleman to inbound it. Havis will come out of the game, as does Scott. E.J. Havis, fine football player as well. Of course, played in the North-South game this year as well, according to Mr. Harden over here. So, had a lot of young guys around these parts.
Yeah.
Excelling in sports these days. Here is Owen Thomas. Bounce pass to Zach Coleman out front. Zach Coleman continuing to move. Puts it up off the glass for two. And he went over Porch to do it. Porch with a long pass down in the corner to Howell for three. Shot is no good. Getting the rebound. Holson back. Go right side over there to Porch. Porch tried to get a pass in there in traffic. And they'll inbound it again here on that one. Braden Holzenbach listed as a 5'11 junior.
And Guntersville in the bonus as well. The rest of this quarter.
Howell over to Porch. Porch fadeaway jumper is good. Right off the right side of the lane. Put that one in for two.
It took Porch a while to get going. He's averaging 20 points a game coming into this game, so it took him a little while to get going, but now he's starting to heat up.
Wildcats lead this game by 7. 55 seconds to go in quarter one. Owen Thomas laid away in the lane. This one rolls out, no good. Coming up with it is going to be Oakley Howell. Long pass down to Porch. Porch off the glass, no good. Here comes Zach Hallman. Hallman crosses midcourt for the Knights. Down to 42 seconds to go in the quarter. Hallman to Dylan Benefield. That is Drayden Waller also in the game now for the Wildcats. Here's Owen Thomas. Working around. Has to go to Carson Jennings. Bounce pass to Dylan Benefield. Dylan wanted to go back to Landon Strickland, but that was Dadrian Waller who stepped in and got a hand on it. And then we got a foul call away from
That's
everything.
a tough foul on Zach at that time. He did a good job of getting his hand in there and getting all ball on the initial swipe at it, but he actually was trying to help him from hitting the floor and put his hands on him, and that's where the foul is called. You got to let him. It's the automatic reaction to try to save somebody from hitting the floor, but in basketball, when you put your hands on them, that's a foul.
Evan Brazelton will come in, and Zach will go out. Olsenbach misses the first one. He'll get another one here.
But that could also be my blue and gold glasses as well. He could have been pulling them back from going for the loose ball, too. So
5 team fouls on Arab, 3 on Guntersville. Olsenbach's second shot is good. At the back of the rim, feeling good. Thomas inbounds it to Brazelton. And then back to Owen Thomas. Go across midcourt with 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Thomas. Thomas, top of the key, left side of the lane. Thomas, right side to Dylan Benefield. Back to Owen. Owen will take the three. Shot is good.
Needed that.
First quarter is going to come to an end with your score. Guntersville 19 and Arab 14. We'll be back with quarter two coming up in 1 minute here on Horizon Communications and the Fun Media Radio Network.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Supreme Courts is your ultimate local indoor facility for competition youth sports, training, and recreation activities. Home to Impact Basketball and Volleyball. Give Jonathan Hyde a call at 256-527-1051. First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
This is Arabian Nights basketball on WREB and Horizon Communications. The Knights at Guntersville tonight, and what a contest. We enter the second quarter with Guntersville leading 19-14, but the Knights saved a little bit by Owen Thomas's big three before the quarter ended. Carson Jennings tried to get one from the corner, can't do it. C.J. Scott all the way down the floor. Layup is no good. Coming up with it is going to be Brazelton, kicks it out to Strickland. Strickland with a slam dunk! Landon Strickland So he had a little opening and put her down.
Yeah, one of his favorite things to do right there.
C.J. Scott out to Porch and back to Howell and back to Scott. Ball is slapped out of bounds, I think, by Carson Jennings.
Yeah,
and Guntersville will inbound it here.
Yeah, it went off of Dylan's hip. If not, it probably would have stayed with, went with the Knights.
So Jackson Porch to inbound it. Goes out to Dave Peterson. Peterson off the right side. Shot is no good. Landon Strickland will take the gift. Here's Owen Thomas crossing midcourt. Knights trailing by 3. Owen for 3. Shot is no good. Up there for the rebound is Howell. Oakley Howell brings it down the floor. Howell still with the ball. Comes all the way down underneath and lays it in for 2. So that little lane just open up and lays it in for 2. Guntersville 21. Aram 16 inside 7 minutes to go in quarter 2. Owen Thomas left wing. Owen Thomas moving right side to Carson Jennings for 3. Shot is off the back of the glass for 3. And I don't know if he drew it up that way, but it was good. Long drive down the floor by Trayvon Avery, and they're going to call a foul on the Knights. I was almost wondering if it might be a travel on that one, but apparently some contact. Foul call is going to go against Dylan Benefield. Or was it on Brazelton? I don't know if he put up 4 or 5, and I can't remember who was on it.
It was on Dylan.
And Dylan will come out. Lawson King is checking back in now, along with Jack Bishop.
The Knights just got right back into it, but the Wildcats quickly extending their lead.
Porch underneath for 2. Inbounded the ball, and they got it right back to him. Here's Bishop to Landon Strickland. 6:30 to go, quarter 2. Arab trailing by 4. Bishop to Strickland. Strickland. Wow, ball got away from him, and the Wildcats going to come up with it. Carson Jennings goes to the floor. It doesn't matter. They call timeout on from the bench. And so the Wildcats will have possession when we come back. 6:22 to go in the first half of play. Wildcats 23, Knights 19 on the Fun Media Radio Network.
Shane Vandergriff and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate Team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcats. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
For over 50 years, the team of former Wildcats and lawyers at Beard & Beard have been proud supporters of the sports and academics of the Guntersville City Schools. We wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage fans to support their teams.
RE/MAX Guntersville is a proud supporter of the Guntersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Guntersville, 256-582-5585. The physicians and staff at Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville are proud supporters of our local schools and athletic teams. Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville, proudly physician-owned and operated.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
This is Arabian Nights basketball on WRAB. 6:22 to go in the first half of play, where the Guntersville Wildcats lead the Arabian Nights 23-19 and a dandy. C.J. Scott with the basketball. Goes to Avery out front. Avery, left side of the lane. Avery puts one up, nothing there. And on the rebound, we got a foul call. And looks like it's going to go against Lawson King. And does.
Yeah, that was just kind of a loose ball foul. And you got to keep your hands in sometimes and pay attention where you're at.
Porch goes way out front to Avery. They'll come back across midcourt. Here's Trayvon Avery in the lane. Working, goes left side. This time they do call him for traveling, and Arab will get the ball back. E.J. Havis set to come back in. Avery will get a breather here. A little moment to gather his thoughts of just a second, I would imagine. Carson Jennings to inbound it to Jack Bishop. Here come the Knights, 6:05 to go, quarter two. Jennings back to Bishop. And traffic. He just had to throw the ball around. Zeldin Benefield came up with it. Tries to get it down to Wyatt Lamar. Ball gets away. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. It was a good attempt in a tough situation, but just too much there. Owen Thomas will come back in now. It's going to be Lamar that goes out.
Right idea, poor pass. If he gets that ball up just a little bit more around his hands, he probably gets that in a bucket.
C.J. Scott crossing midcourt for the Wildcats. Goes back to Howell. Howell to Havis. Havis top of the key, right side to C.J. Here's C.J. Scott. He goes left side, shot over there for three is good. And that's going to be Oakley Howell in the corner for three. Owen Thomas crossing midcourt. Knights down 7. Here is Drew Puccio. Working on Havis. Ball gets away. Havis gets it. Good defense that time again. And we see a nice little pass underneath to Jackson Porch for two. Give E.J. Havis all the credit in the world on that one. He did just about everything but make the shot itself, but he saw the open man and gave it to him. Here's Owen Thomas crossing midcourt for the Knights, who are now finding themselves down 9 points. Carson Jennings off the left side. Shot is no good. I thought he had that one, but no good. Here's C.J. Scott for Guntersville crossing midcourt. C.J. Scott has the ball slapped away by Carson Jennings. He'll come up with a steal.
Whew. That was pickpocket at the best right there.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, too. That's an excellent description. Here's Jack Bishop. He's going to be crunched a bit by Havis. And another one of those, really wasn't a whole lot to it. They could have let it go, but
body into the body. There's been a lot of contact here in this first half, and I think the referees are trying to get things under control a little bit.
Yeah, well, with the clouds into it like they are and all that, you don't want to get things too chaotic.
Biggest deficit I think the Knights have had since that Albertville game way back in early December.
I tell you what, Strickland gets the pass to Bishop, but it wasn't easy. They go back to Landon. Shot is no good. Avery skies up for the rebound. Here's Avery crossing midcourt. Working all the way down the floor. Goes in the corner there to Holzenbach. Holzenbach having a little trouble hanging on the ball now. Good defense from the Knights, too. Here's Avery. Gets over there on the line. And I believe Landon Strickland may be charged with a foul. Let's see.
Yeah, all three of our big guys.
Yep.
Landon, Dylan, and Lawson are all, I would say, I haven't been keeping up with fouls, but they've got to have at least multiple fouls by this point, 2 or 3.
Here's each. Avery out front to Porch. Jackson Porch, 5'10" senior. Left side of the paint. Right side to Holzenbach. And over there to Howell. Howell, nice little move. Lays it in for 2. Let's get it to Carson Jennings. This pressure. You know, they say pressure, and that to me is a great term here because the Knights sometimes doing things because they are under pressure, and that's a big 3 from Carson Jennings. And Coach Brandon Cruz goes over there and taps the official behind and says, I need a timeout. 3:54 to go, quarter 2. Guntersville 30, Arab 22. Back in 30 on the Fun Media Radio Network.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Olbrich and Patterson in Guntersville.
If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Guntersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties. Bonds Real Estate is another proud supporter of Guntersville Wildcat basketball.
For over 50 years, the team of former Wildcats and lawyers at Beard & Beard have been proud supporters of the sports and academics of the Guntersville City Schools. We wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage fans to support their teams.
RE/MAX Guntersville is a proud supporter of the Guntersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Guntersville, 256-582-5585. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
Ball on WREB. Stingy defense. Guntersville has really been putting the heat on the Arabia Knights, and Cody, it seems like it's affected our guys just a little bit.
It certainly has.
At the same time, they have come back with some good outside shots, and if they can ever get that going again, might be right back in it.
Yeah, that step back 3 right there by Carson Jennings, giving some life here to the Knights here coming down the stretch in this first half.
This is going to be C.J. Scott down the floor, and the officials want to know what is going on. We just heard a loud pop, and now there's something on the floor, and they're getting that out of the way. And I have no idea what that is. Officials are asking the crowd about what's going on and what's happening here. And
they're asking the resource officer.
Yeah, and he's hollering. This is getting entertaining. He's looking at the official like, "Hey, you're supposed to help me. Come on."
It was something there on the court, and it was shiny, whatever it was, and it was right in front of the referee, or right behind him.
The players down there look kind of eyeballing, trying to figure out what they're seeing.
Now we're seeing officials, or school officials, I should say.
You just never know. I tell you, sometimes with things like this, like I say, with rounds getting answered, a defensive game, a tough defensive game, and people getting their hands on each other and a lot of contact, first one thing, then another, it just gets a little frustrating for the players, and next thing you know, it carries over into the stands a little bit. But I have no idea what that was. Somebody may have spilt their Mountain Dew. I have no idea what this is all about.
Well, we have an investigation going on while the game is going. So.
Trayvon Avery will inbound it here for the Wildcats, who have an 8-point lead over the Knights, and now the basketball, 3:49 to go, quarter 2. C.J. Scott out to Avery. To Howell. Back out to Porch. Porch inside the lane, wants to shoot and does. Goes up over Jack Bishop for 2. Bishop will inbound it here for the Knights, now trailing by 10. 32-22 Wildcats. 3:25 to go in quarter 2. Here's Owen Thomas. Thomas. Left side of the lane. Nice little move. They say he walked. Took too long to make a decision on what to do. And that's what that pressure does. Again, that just makes you have to second guess everything, and it's working here for the Wildcats today.
Speeds up your decision making and everything that goes along with it, and you've got to be really used to that to really combat it.
Trayvon Avery in the corner. Shot is no good. Dylan Benfield with a rebound. Surprised there wasn't a call on that rebound. Here's Carson Jennings down the floor. Goes back out front to Owen Thomas. Hands it off to Bishop. Here comes Bishop inside the lane. Wow, I thought he had a shot. He wanted to go back to Owen Thomas. Porch says no. Takes the steal all the way down the floor for 2 for the Guntersville Wildcats, who are back up now by 12. Longest lead, biggest lead of the game so far. Here's Jack Bishop. Left side of the lane, out front to Carson Jennings. Passes over to Bishop in the corner. Gets it to Dylan Benefield. Dylan Benefield in the lane. Needs to kick it out and finally does to Landon Strickland. Here's Landon moving on Avery. Tries to turn around and jump over Avery. Avery got a hand on it in just the right spot. Clean block. Right side to Porch. I'll make that to Scott. Scott in the corner to Jackson Porch. Shot is no good. Avery with a rebound. Putback's no good. Dylan Benefield comes up with it for the Knights. Here comes Jack Bishop all the way down the floor. Shot off the glass is good. Jack just kept rolling that time. No checking up, and it worked for him. Guntersville 34, Arab 24. Inside 2 minutes to go in the first half of play. C.J. Scott out front, top of the key. Shots off the front of the bucket, no good. Battle for the rebound. Landon Scott comes up with it. Landon Strickland comes up with it. Here's Owen Thomas, left wing. Thomas out front to Jack Bishop. He'll take the 3. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Thomas with a rebound. Gets it back to Landon Strickland. He'll take a three again, puts a lot of arch on that ball, trying to get it up over body, and the shot fell way short. And then Landon a little frustrated.
Yeah, he's got to know better than that. He felt that he got hit on the wrist when he put up that shot by Cameron Logan, and he was jawing with the referee, and then just come back and just step right in front of the player, the Wildcat player there, and got the foul. You got to be better than that, especially with him in foul trouble.
And in front of Jackson Porch. So 4 team fouls on the Knights and 1 on Guntersville in this quarter. And the Wildcats with a 34-24 lead, 1:30 to go in the game. Knights won over the Wildcats in the game at Arab, but at that time, the football guys for Guntersville had only been with their team just a few days, and it went right down to the wire, and you had to think then this is going to be a tough night, and then so far it has been. Here's C.J. Scott, left side of the lane. Scott working inside the great feed. They do a tremendous job of watching for the open guy, and he feeds it right to Date Peterson, who's standing there with nobody on him, lays it in for 2. Here's Owen Thomas, wanting to cross midcourt, and does. He's got Adrian Waller all over him. Dylan Benefield battling hard up underneath. He'll shoot 2. He's fouled on the way up. Doesn't get a shot, but he will get a chance of getting some points here for the Knights, who are probably going to have to start looking at that 3 a little harder.
Yes, that'll get you back into it quickly, and we have some good three-point shooters. But that time, Dylan, good job by him of getting open underneath and drawing the contact. Just missed that shot, but getting a foul nonetheless.
Benefield, this is the first. Here comes shot 2. It's good. Dylan Benefield hitting 1 of 2. 52 seconds to go in the first half of play. Guntersville 36, Arab 25.
Knights need to stop here to see if they can get it into single digits going into the half.
Peterson hands it off to Porch. Porch out to Waller. Waller over to Howell, and Howell back to Peterson. Let's get a hand on it over on the side there, but Guntersville simply inbounded again. 35.8 seconds to go. They may try to work it down to the last shot.
Drew was just a fingertip away of getting that steal and going the other way.
Avery back in there, gets it to Howell. Howell over to Porch, back to Avery. And it certainly appears that they want the last shot. 22 seconds to go now. Logan to Scott and back to Avery.
Knights in straight man-to-man defense.
Yeah, following everybody there. That'd wear me out.
Yeah.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. Timeout with 12 seconds to go, and looks like it's going to be a full 60-second timeout. And we'll be back in 1 minute here on the Fun Media Radio Network.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community. And we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
As the city of Guntersville continues to grow and prosper, your Guntersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Guntersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
Hi, this is Paul Harris with State Farm in Guntersville, your local State Farm agent. I am a proud Guntersville alumni and Wildcat athletic supporter. Please give us a call at 256-582-3250 or come by and see us at 1246 Gunter Avenue across from the gas board for all your insurance needs. We are here to help life go right. Best of luck and go Wildcats.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Welcome back to WREB and Horizon Communications. Arab at Guntersville. Wildcats with the ball as we close out the first half of play, and the Wildcats with an 11-point lead. Looking for the last shot. They go to Avery underneath, and he's going to be corralled under there and draw a foul call and shoot two. And this time it's going to go against Wyatt Lamar. Wyatt Lamar and Dylan Benefield having a big discussion about who does what in that situation down there. Avery at the line. If you like a high-energy basketball game, we've had it here tonight. If you didn't come down, you're missing a good one. Here's Avery at the line. Shot is good.
Yeah, Avery has been all over the court for the Wildcats here in this first half. He's been their spark on both ends.
A much more confident basketball team we're seeing now than what we saw first time the two teams met. Second shot is good. Guntersville 38, Arab 25. Owen Thomas will hurl one up from half court, and it's no good. And the first half has come to an end. With your score, Guntersville 38, Arab 25. We'll be back here on Horizon Communications and the Fun Media Network after these words.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
So you're having to rush to get to the cleaners before they close. Know the feeling? Yeah, me too. This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners in Arab and Guntersville have been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and my clothes are always clean, fresh, and perfectly pressed. And now Clean Right Cleaners Guntersville location next door to JJ's Hamburgers on Gunter Avenue has a brand new 24-hour kiosk for dropping off and picking up your clothes. It's easy to operate. Follow the step-by-step directions, and Clean Right Cleaners is open for your convenience anytime, right at your fingertips. Visit Clean Right Cleaners in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and in Guntersville at the new Anytime Kiosk, 2020 Gunter Avenue.
Hi, this is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Arabian Nights basketball on WRAB and Horizon Communications. Quick traveling call on Avery as he went up 4-2 underneath, but again the turnover, and the Knights will get the ball back. Getting underway here in our third quarter. Guntersville 38 and Arab 25. Knights have a lot of work to do if they want to get back into this one. Here's Zach Hallman inside the lane. Passes it out to Owen Thomas, almost stolen away. Thomas gets it back. Baseline floater is no good. Up there for the rebound, Dylan Benefield goes out front to Hallman. Back to Carson Jennings in the corner to Thomas. Thomas again drives the baseline, goes back to Benefield, and now out to Landon Strickland. Tall guy's three is no good. Coming up with a rebound is Jackson Borch. Here come the Wildcats. Long pass down to C.J. Scott on the baseline. Puts it up in front. Shot is no good. Battling for the rebound is going to be Zach Hallman, who kept his composure there to keep that basketball. Here's Zach underneath. Shot's no good. He's going to draw a foul and shoot two.
Yeah, good job by Zach of realizing the pressure that he was underneath the basket and drawing that contact.
As far as the high energy goes, that's the kid we want with a basketball for Amen right there.
Yeah, but like I said, he's got multiple fouls coming into the second half, so we'll see how that goes the rest of the way.
Shot is no good. Zach came out opening the season just red hot shooting, and he's had a game or two where he's had to struggle a little bit there. Let's see if this one will go in for him, and it does. So the Wildcats still with a nice lead here, 38-26 now over Arab as we come up on 7 minutes to go in quarter three. C.J. Scott with the basketball. Wanted to go to Avery. A little miscommunication there. Landon Strickland gets the basketball back for the Knights. In the lane, little float turnaround there. Floater's good. Good job by Landon Strickland that time. Kind of had an idea of what he wanted to do all the way down the floor, I think. C.J. Scott back to Howell. Howell moves around Carson Jennings, and a great move that time by Oakley Howell. And the Wildcats go up 40-28 just like that with 6:39 to go in quarter three. We've got a full timeout on the floor. We'll be back here on Horizon Communications and Fun Media Radio Networks.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunter Avenue in Guntersville.
This is Ruby Knights basketball. Zach Hallman inbounded for the Knights, trailing the Guntersville Wildcats by 12, 40-28. Landon Strickland down the floor. A good ball handler for a big guy. Gets it to Owen Thomas. He's open. Shot is no good. Up there for the rebound is Oakley Howell. Here comes Howell racing down the floor. Howell. Nice little floater is no good. And Zach Hallman comes up with it. Landon Strickland kind of tapped it over there. He gets it to Dylan Benefield. Dylan to Owen Thomas, right wing. Owen Thomas moving inside the lane. Now he wants to pass back to Landon Strickland and does. Coming upon 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Handoff to Owen. Owen in the lane. Nice little turnaround shot inside the lane. Off the glass is good for two. And he draws the foul as well. So the Knights are not giving up.
No,
They
not.
are not giving up.
And they're doing what they need to do on the offensive end. They need some stops, though, on the defensive end to get back into this.
Absolutely. E.J. Havis checking in now for the Wildcats. Cameron Logan, Trayvon Avery that will come out, as does Dake Peterson. Lawson King will now come in for the Knights, and Dylan Benefield will come out. Owen Thomas pulling the Knights back to within 10. And a chance to cut it to 9. Shot is no good off the front of the rim, no good. Owen gets his own rebound. Goes back to Zach Hallman for 3. This one is good again off the glass. Knights using the backboard tonight. And a big bucket there. A-Rab back within 7 now, just like that. Wow, drive there, and I knew that it's not. Not the call I was looking for. It's going to be a foul call on Carson Jennings. So C.J. Scott will inbound it here. I thought there was a little second guessing going on, but I guess not. Jack Bishop comes in, and Carson Jennings will come out. Oakley Howell is, Oakley Howell is going to inbound it. And he goes out front to Porch. Porch in the lane goes back to Howell. Howell coming up around Bishop, lays it in for 2. Zach Hallman inbounds it for the Knights. Bishop works around Howell. Comes to the lane. Wow. What happened there?
Yeah, he got, well, He lost his balance, but I think he got some help losing his balance. They were wanting, the Wildcats are wanting to travel, but that's what caused the travel was the contact.
Yeah, there's a lot of motion there.
Yes.
A lot of motion. Zach Coleman with the basketball now for the Knights. 5:22 to go in quarter three. Guntersville 42, Arab 33. Here's Owen Thomas. Bounce pass to Hallman, goes up underneath hard, shot is no good. E.J. Havis with a rebound. Here comes Havis quickly down the floor, wasting no time. Left side to Scott for three, shots off the rim, no good. Havis almost got the rebound. Zach Hallman tips it over to Landon Strickland, gets it out to Jack Bishop. He goes right side to Owen Thomas. Owen out to Jack for three, shot is no good, rolled out no good. Porch actually came up with it and almost lost a handle on it, but Howell comes up with it, drives the length of the floor, lays it in for two, draws the foul. Wow, what a recovery by Oakley Howell that time when it looked like there could have been a turnover there momentarily, and the Wildcats recovered. Chance to have a three-point play here.
There was that aggressiveness from the Wildcats.
Wow.
Attacking the basket, going downhill, and when you do that, good things happen.
Wyatt Lamar checks in for the Knights. Bishop is out. 4:44 on the clock, quarter three. Guntersville 44, Arab 33. Howell's shot is good.
Every time the Knights get it within single digits, the Wildcats have an answer and pull back to get it to 12 or 11.
45-33 your score now. Knights with the basketball. Owen Thomas for three. This one no good. Porch with a rebound. He went right into Landon Strickland. But Trayvon Avery's there to scoop it up. Avery kicks it back out front to Scott and back to Porch.
That's Cameron Logan in the game for the Wildcats.
Here's the left side from Scott. Shot is no good. Logan with a rebound. Tries to get one up. And Landon Strickland's going to come up with it. Kind of rolled over the rim for him. And the Knights get it back. Zach Coleman for three. Again, no good. And there's E.J. Havis. E.J. Havis getting up really good for a guy his size to get that rebound. Porch all the way down the floor. Ball gets away from him. Zach Coleman has it momentarily. Owen momentarily. Howell comes up with it. Howell again. Oakley Howell again recovers to grab the loose ball and put it back up for two. Owen Thomas with the basketball for the Knights out front to Landon Strickland. Landon Strickland inside the lane. Fadeaway jumper is good. 3:32 to go in the quarter three, and we've got timeout on the floor. Another full timeout with your score, Guntersville 47, Arab 35. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Fun Media Radio Network and
communities that have an independent bank located in them do far better economically than those that don't. I think that we have been able to really make a difference.
20 years that I've been here, the most rewarding thing is just to see the impact that we've had in our communities and for our customers.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
REB, A-Rev, Alabama with Arabian Knights basketball. 3:32 to go in quarter three. Wildcats 47, Knights 35, and boys varsity action tonight. Howell working on Zach Allman. Decides to kick it back. Wanted to go to Porch. Horn Thompson steps in for the steal. Thomas, I should say, out to Landon Strickland. Fade away from the baseline. No good. Lawson King got a hand on it, and they're going to say Wildcat basketball. Lawson was hoping it went off Porch, but they're going to say Guntersville basketball. And just as Cody mentioned, even when the Knights start getting back in it a little bit, Guntersville just starts pulling away again. They have not let off the gas. Here's C.J. Scott out to E.J. Havis. Havis to Porch on the left wing. Out to Logan. Cameron Logan, 6'5", senior himself. Havis. Hands off to Scott. And finds the open lane, lays it in for two. Drove in hard. By the time the Knights got there, it was way too late. Here's Zach Allman crossing midcourt. 2:44 to go in quarter three. Lawson King. Back to Zach Allman. Allman, left side of the lane, goes up underneath. Wow, Logan with a rejection. It looked like Zach had found an open lane, and the ball just slammed away that time by Cameron Logan.
Yeah, he kind of baited him into that shot. Made it look like it was open, but closed the door quickly.
C.J. Scott with the basketball for the Wildcats. Goes back to Havis, left side to Porch, out front to Logan. Logan gets it to Howell and back to Havis. That time they tried to pass it down to Logan, and they say Lawson King touched it last. Out of bounds, Wildcat ball.
The way Havis plays, he reminds me of somebody we saw earlier in the season for Aniana. Fluff Bothwell for the Redskins.
Wyatt Lamar steps in for a steal. Drives down the floor. Wyatt Lamar, now the ball, it's going to be stolen by E.J. Havis, and he's going to draw the jump ball call on the possession. The Knights will get it back here, but a good job by Havis. Nice job by Lamar to step in and get the steal, but then Havis came right back and was doing the same on the other end. Carson Jennings steps in for the Knights now. And Lamar will come out after the nice play. Here's Zach Allman. Inbounds it to Lawson King. Here's Lawson working underneath. Shot is no good. Good look to the basket. Just couldn't get it through, and he gets it down. A nice pass from Porch to Howell for two. Guntersville makes it look easy.
Yeah, Porch is doing everything right now. He's being a distributor. He's getting to the basket as well. He's really the straw that stirs his drink right now.
Landon Strickland out to Carson Jennings for three, and it's no good. No good. Knights having a tough time now, even with the long ball, and that has got them in a lot of great positions this season, but so far, not too many of them tonight. Dylan Benefield, Evan Brazelton check in for the Knights. Owen Thomas, Carson Jennings, Zach Allman, Dylan Benefield all on the floor for A-Rev. C.J. Scott has the basketball. One of the workhorses for the Wildcats tonight, and at that particular moment, though, there wasn't any pressure at all, and it was almost like, what do I do now?
Yeah, he wasn't expecting the lack of pressure. He was going for the pass and then held back up, and they called the travel. Zach
Allman back to Owen Thomas. Clock continues to move in this third quarter, 1:24 to go, with Guntersville leading handily now, 51-35. Owen Thomas working it down on the baseline. Leading to pass and gets it out to Carson Jennings. I think Guntersville has 7 guys on the floor. Here's Jennings. Like races in underneath. Can't get the shot to go. Apparently he's going to draw a foul here and does. I believe on Porch coming around there. But, the defense for Guntersville has been the big story here for me. And not that they've had a ton of steals or anything per se, but that pressure has just really
on-ball
effective.
Double teams has been the name of the game, especially here in the second half, here in this third quarter. We had I think it was so we had somebody in the corner. He was blocking my view, but there was somebody in the corner for us that was open, and we just couldn't get to him because of the pressure.
Carson Jennings will make one here. See, Trayvon Avery checks back in. E.J. Havis comes out.
Havis, for not being a starter, has made an impact on this game for sure.
Absolutely. Second shot is also good. 1:05 to go in the quarter. Here comes Avery flying down the floor. He's got two folks on him now. And they're going to say A-Rab ball. Zach Coleman and Evan Brazelton over there putting a little heat on. And that time that proved effective for the Knights. Braden Holzenbach comes in for the Wildcats. Avery will come out here with 59.3 seconds to go in quarter 3.
I dare say this is one of the, if not the best area in North Alabama for basketball. This between Scottsboro, A-Rab, and Guntersville, any of those teams can win and go deep in the playoffs.
Owen Thomas down to the baseline. Little floater is good, and he draws the foul and will shoot for an extra point as well. Good job by Owen Thomas. Thomas a player. We know he can do it.
Not to discount Fairview in that as well. They're a tough out.
Thomas's shot is no good. And C.J. Scott up there, high for the rebound.
High pointing the ball.
Clock continues to move now with 35 seconds to go in quarter 3. Wildcats with a 12-point lead over the Knights here. Braden Holzenbach over to Logan. Wildcats may want to step this one down here for the last shot. Porch with a basketball. Jackson Porch hands it off there to C.J. Scott. Scott right wing. Down to 14 seconds. Here comes Scott inside the lane. Nice little job. Oh, man. Good move. And the air again just found an open spot.
That's who they wanted to give the ball at that moment.
Owen Thomas, other end. He's got time. Shot is up and falls in good. Third quarter has come to an end with your score, Guntersville 53 and A-Rab 41. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter in 1 minute here on the Horizon Communications and the Fun Media Radio Network.
Shane Vandergriff and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate Team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcats. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
For over 50 years, the team of former Wildcats and lawyers at Beard & Beard have been proud supporters of the sports and academics of the Guntersville City Schools. We wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage fans to support their teams.
RE/MAX Guntersville is a proud supporter of the Guntersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Guntersville, 256-582-5585.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
Supreme Courts is your ultimate local indoor facility for competition youth sports, training, and recreation activities. Home to Impact Basketball and Volleyball. Give Jonathan Hyatt a call at 256-527-1051.
Walker here, bringing you Arabian Nights basketball on WRAB and Horizon Communications at Guntersville High School tonight. We begin the fourth quarter of play. Guntersville 53, A-Rab 41. Knights needing some points. Guntersville just wants to keep up the tempo and keep it rolling. They have got it going on tonight. Avery finds Howell, lays it in from the backside for two, makes it look easy, and will come to the line here and shoot a free throw, and the foul call will go against Zach Allman, who's had a tough time staying away from that whistle tonight.
Yeah, that's true, and I think that's kind of been the narrative all night for the Knights.
Oakley Howell at the line. No good, and I'm afraid the ball went off Zach Allman's knee. So Guntersville will hold on to it, a chance to pad that 14-point lead now. Avery will inbound it. Wow, a little tough time handling the ball for Dave Peterson there. I had to go high with a pass, out of bounds, Knights basketball.
Yeah, Dylan Biddlefield on the defense that time.
Zach Hallman running out of time, trying to get it in there to Thomas. It's going to go off Oakley Howell, but Knights have got to.
Yeah, need more help on that inbound.
Yeah. Defense has been, just really covering us up, and making a little joke a while ago. It seemed like they've got 7 on the floor. It does feel like it. Here's Zach Hallman, nice little shot off the side of the paint is no good. They get the long ball down to Jackson Porch, and he lays it in for 2. Jackson Porch, little turnaround jumper inside the lane for 2. Now they get a steal on the inbounds pass. They missed their first shot, and down underneath is C.J. Scott trying to move around in there.
Owen Thomas tied him up, so it'd be A-Rab ball on the possession arrow.
Wow. Yeah, they're still playing like it's a one-point game right now. 7:20 to go in quarter 4. Guntersville 57, A-Rab 41. Owen Thomas, right wing for the Knights. Nice little spin move. Now lays it in off the left side. Shot is no good. Peterson with a rebound. Gets it out to Avery. Avery working on Hallman. Nice little fake. Goes into a wide open C.J. Scott off the right side. Puts it in for 2.
Biggest lead of the night for the Wildcats.
18-point lead at 59-41. 6:51 to go now in the ball game. Pass inside to Landon Strickland. Landon wanted to fade one away just a little bit inside that lane, and he had nothing but pressure on him. It kind of went in. Nate Peterson went into him just a little bit, and so Landon will come to the line and shoot 2.
I've brought it up a few times tonight, but this is looking an awful lot like that Albertville game earlier in the season for the Knights, where it just kind of got away from them as that game went on. But still want to see that fight going down the stretch.
Shot is good. Yeah, you can't fault the Knights' effort here.
No.
But Guntersville's been just a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, it seems. And it's really been trouble for the Knights. Here's Strickland's second shot, and this one rolls out no good. Peterson with a rebound. Knights putting on some heat of their own here as we carry on here. Howell down the floor, has to kick it back to Scott. Scott has Hallman on him. Zach Hallman got a hand in there, got the ball away. Then Peterson and Dylan Benefield go to the floor, and we got timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second break for Guntersville. 6:33 to go in quarter 4, and we'll be back on the Fun Media Radio Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunter Avenue in Guntersville.
The Knights at Guntersville, and they're having a tough time with the Wildcats. Guntersville with a big 59-42 lead at this point. And with the basketball, here is C.J. Scott. Called his name all night long. He's on the baseline. He's got Owen Thomas with him. Goes out front to Jackson Porch. Jackson Porch, a 5'10 senior. Good ball handler, good shooter. This whole team, though, it doesn't seem to really matter to me who has the ball.
Yeah.
They all can do it. Here's Porch out to Peterson. Dylan Benefield on him. Dylan Benefield, the blue-collar guy for the Knights. Get it over to Avery and out to Porch. Guntersville using a little clock here. Just in case.
Yeah. You can't give up a lead when you have the ball.
Well, that, and you never know when the Knights could get hot with that outside shot. Zach Hallman, nice steal, and he puts it up for 2. Zach Hallman is a competitor, and without the foul trouble tonight, who knows what he might have done.
That's the danger of trying to run clock sometimes.
Trayvon Avery. Back to Scott. Scott.
I've always been a proponent. I want to see a 2-point quarter where somebody just runs out the clock without the shot clock.
Oh, in the old days, you know. Oh, hard pass into Peterson. Had to really hold on to keep that one. And now they were going to hold it just for a second here. As again, they're continuing to toss it around and try to eat up some of the time on the clock. Still a good bit of time to go for that matter. 5 minutes left. And
that's a lot to ask to keep the ball moving and not give up a turnover, which they've already done on the last possession.
Drive me nuts. If I was out there on the floor with them, I'd tell them. Hey, guys, I feel sorry for you. Here's Howell. Left side to Porch. He'll go ahead and take the 3, and this one's good. And goes back to guard Carson Jennings immediately. Here's Owen Thomas with the basketball for the Knights. Guntersville 62, Arab 44, 4:45 to go in the game. Zach Hallman, right wing for the Knights. Here comes Zach. Baseline. And he apparently is going to be fouled over there by Howell, I think, and is. So the Knights will just inbound it. Not many foul calls this quarter thus far anyway. Guntersville has 2 team fouls and Arab 1. Hallman inbounds it to Thomas. On the right corner, he'll drive the baseline out front to Dylan Benefield, and wow, the shot wouldn't go for him. Knights did a good job that time. They find the open man. He's open but couldn't get the shot. Here's Howell, left side. Shot is no good. Ball bounces around, kind of hit the backboard a time or two, and Landon Strickland comes up with it for the Knights. He crosses midcourt, left side to Zach Hallman. Here's Zach Hallman. He'll take the 3. It's good. 62-47. If the Knights could put together a few of those, who knows? Here's Scott to Porch. Porch inside the lane. Shot is good. Guntersville continues to answer. Hallman inbounds it to Thomas. Thomas will cross midcourt. Right side to Zach Hallman. Hallman inside the lane. Little floater is good. Zach Hallman is a competitor, believe you me. They get it out to Trayvon Avery. Here come the Wildcats, still with a very nice lead at 64-49. With 3:35 to go in the contest. Avery crosses midcourt. Strickland on him. Jackson Porch has it now. He's way out on the right side now. He'll come crashing into the lane, but then kicks it back to C.J. Scott. He comes inside the lane, puts it up over Owen Thomas for 2. Thomas inbounds it to Zach Hallman. Here come the Knights, trailing 66-49. Nice pass to Carson Jennings. Zach Hallman saw Carson down there on the baseline, fed it to him. He goes up high, puts it up off the glass for 2. Trayvon Avery all the way down the floor. Had to kick it back to Peterson. Shot is no good. Ball goes out front, and Owen Thomas comes up with it for the Knights.
Yeah, Thomas affected that shot.
So out front goes to Landon Strickland for 3. This one no good off the front of the rim. And, boy, the ball's getting away to everybody. Thomas finally, or I should say Howell came up with it for Guntersville. Tried to get the pass down to Avery. A little trouble handling the ball there, and the Knights are going to get it back. So E.J. Havis is coming back in now for the Wildcats, as is Cameron Logan. And all these guys the Wildcats have put in there have done a good job tonight, for sure. Here's Thomas left side to Hallman. Hallman moves back to the right to Dylan Benefield, left side to Carson Jennings. Coming upon 2:30 to go in the ball game. Here's Dylan Benefield driving. Baseline
Good
goes
pass.
out front to Owen Thomas for 3, and it's good.
Great assist.
So just like that, with 2:24 to go in the ball game, it's Guntersville 66 and Arab 54. With that three-pointer, you never know. We'll be back in 30 seconds. I'll make that 1 minute on the Fun Media Radio Network.
Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050. The physicians and staff at Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville are proud supporters of our local schools and athletic teams. Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville, proudly physician-owned and operated.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
Supreme Courts is your ultimate local indoor facility for competition youth sports, training, and recreation activities. Home to Impact Basketball and Volleyball. Give Jonathan Hyatt a call at 256-527-1051.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
This is Arabian Nights basketball on WRAB, AM 1380, FM 107.1, and WRABradio.com, also on Horizon Communications. Guntersville 66, Arab 54, long pass down to C.J. Scott, and that's what you see from Guntersville. Knights get a little momentum. They just answer real quickly
I was just about to say, we got to that 12-point mark.
Zach Hallman's three is no good, and up there for the rebound is Howell, having to battle for it with Drew Puccio and Evan Brazelton in there. But Wildcats going to inbound it here after a foul call on Drew Puccio.
Yeah, only the ninth second of the quarter.
2:10 to go in the ball game. Guntersville 68, Arab 54.
Really big game for both these teams in the area, as if the Wildcats can hold on to this lead, they'll be tied with the Knights for first place.
Knights putting on a little pressure here. Porch gets it over to Avery. He goes down underneath to C.J. Scott, and it goes up off the right side for two. These guys can play. Owen Thomas right side to Zach Hallman. Zach driving in off the right side. Shot went high on him there, and he tried to go in. Somebody got a hand on it. He's going to draw a foul. And this one will go against Logan, I guess it is in there, yep. Cameron Logan. And Zach will come to the line and shoot two. Here's Zach Hallman. Shot is good.
Oh, we have a
Munchkin on the court.
Yeah. We had somebody storming the court.
You got to love it when Munchkins steal the show like that, because everybody in the house is laughing right now. Here's Zach Hallman's second shot, and it's good. You can't beat Munchkins. You just can't beat them. Here's Avery inbounded it there to Scott. Now he's in trouble. Knights with a little trap to get it over to Avery out front. Goes left side to Howell. Howell back out front to Avery. Wildcats trying to burn a little time again here. Ball's tapped momentarily by Drew Puccio, and he's going to be charged with a foul. A little reach around foul. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Wildcats by 14. Be kind of tough now. Not impossible, but very tough.
Yeah, Guntersville started out the season pretty slow, like you said, just right getting everybody back in the swing of things. But they've won 6 of the last 8, and they're well on their way right now.
Logan wanted that 3 really bad. But he decided to do what the coach says do. There's the Wildcats at the corner. Howell's so wide open he has to take it. He's going to miss it, but now we've got a
charge.
Yeah, it's foul call here.
Yeah, it was a charge. They're going to call Scott on Drew Puccio. Puccio loves to take those charges, and he kept his streak alive of getting at least one in every game he's in.
Strickland comes in, and Carson Jennings comes in for the Knights, who also have Owen Thomas, Zach Hallman, Evan Brazelton on the floor right now with 1:12 to go and needing points. Owen Thomas crossing midcourt. Owen moving, comes to the lane, wants to shoot the ball, finally gets it up. Does he draw the foul? Nope, they're going to give it to Guntersville, traveling Knights.
Yeah, just a bit too much trying to find space. Couldn't find anybody to get the ball away from, and he put up a shot, and it was one step too many.
Braden Holson back, checking in for the Wildcats. And Cameron Logan comes out. Good job substituting by the Wildcats, too. Wyatt Lamar in there for the Knights now. He's with Thomas over there on porch. I'm going to say Wildcat ball.
Yeah, the Knights are almost doing offense-defensive substitutions right now with Lamar and Puccio coming in on defense.
Avery gets it out front to Howell. Here comes Hallman. And now they're moving it. Well, they're just moving this ball around, trying to kill this thing. We're inside 42 to go. 42 seconds, of course. Avery, right side. Wow, Guntersville saw the open guy, gave it to him, and Jackson Porch says, thank you. I'll put it in for two, and y'all can have the ball if you want it. Here's Owen Thomas. Nice little spin move. Puts it up. Shot's no good, though. On the rebound, that's Drew Puccio who came up with it. And he's on the baseline once. He's trying to get it to somebody. Can't. Actually went off the foot. It looked like of Howell, but they keep play going. And here comes Guntersville to close this thing out. Guntersville's going to win this game by the score of 72 to 56. And just like the girls' varsity game, their fans give them a nice rounding rouse of applause. Game comes to an end. Wildcats are going to win it big here in Guntersville, Alabama tonight. Thank you all for listening. Stay with us. We'll be back with some closing comments momentarily. This has been Arabia Nights Basketball on Horizon Communications and the Fun Media Radio Network.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.